The rise of AI and LLMs has caused a lot of concern for certain types of jobs. But will it replace programmers? Let me give some examples from my personal experience with it. Number one, coding a simple React app. Even I, as an experienced programmer with a full stack background in React, couldn't get chatgpt to code a React app properly. You can check it out in this video if you haven't watched it already. Basically, I was trying to code a Pomodoro app using chatgpt as if I was a new programmer or didn't know really how to code. And it made it look kind of like a Pomodoro app, but it could not make the logic work for the timer pretty much at all. And I tried all kinds of ways to get it to work and it failed. It kind of looked like one, but it failed. Number two, helping me write Python code to generate graphs. A little while ago, I was working on a video to help explain what time complexity is, and I thought, hey, I'll use ChatGPT to help me make the graphs for linear and quadratic and log n and n log n and all these different things in time complexity. I tried to do it. It kind of looked like it was going to work, and then I kept working on it and kept working on it, and it didn't make the graphs really look proper. They didn't really stand out the way I was hoping. So I ended up just making them from scratch in Keynote. So another fail. My time probably would have been better spent just like learning how to use the Python framework to create the graph and then learning the math behind the graph that I needed for my equations. So there's that. Number three, Notion AI. Earlier today I was working in Notion, which is where I write all my scripts for YouTube and my blog posts, and I have this really long document that stores all of the titles and the pages, and those are all links. And I was trying to get Notion AI, which I've never used before, to basically summarize it all for me and create like a nice table to organize everything in a nice, neat, and clean way. And it couldn't do it. It couldn't do this one thing in particular, which was basically to add a link to the title so that I could click the title and it would take me to the page with the actual like script or blog. I'll give it the credit that it did it one time, but it basically failed every other time. And it would make the table and I'd say, hey, can you make the page descriptions also be links, and it couldn't do it. And then I ran out of my free like tokens or whatever, and it's trying to get me to subscribe for $8 a month. So I've given up on Notion AI for the time being. And number four, and lastly, my work, we have access to some AI tools that we can use, and they help, predict code, kind of like a co-pilot type of thing. And it, does a decent job predicting boilerplate code, fill in the blank code. But anytime I really have like a big challenge, like some kind of problem I'm trying to solve, or some really confusing type or something that is just not working as I expect, the AI, the LLM isn't really able to help me in it. So far, anytime I've really been stuck, it hasn't really helped. So what's the state of AI replacing programmers? Not anytime soon, at least not that I can tell. Yeah, sure, it can help you make little scripts. It can help you make a small part of your application or figure out something that you're forgetting or some syntax or explain something to you. But it can't make the whole app, it can't make the whole project, and it can't do the complicated logic and business logic that you'll need to actually make meaningful apps and projects for your job. So if I'm not busy worried about AI taking my job, what am I spending my time doing? Well, getting better at my craft, getting better at coding, getting better at solving problems, at system design, like learning how to build bigger, better systems, more scalable systems, more fault-tolerant systems, learning new technologies. That's what I'm spending my time doing. I'm working on the things that I can control. I can't control if AI and AGI takes over and replaces my job right now, but I can control honing in on my craft and becoming better at what I do. And that's ultimately why I became a programmer, because I like to solve problems and build things and fix bugs and work with people and solve real business problems. I enjoy it. That's what I get to do as a job. It's a privilege to do it, and I really enjoy it. And even if AI can do what I do, I will still want to do it. And so I think there's a place, even if AI can do what humans do, that humans are still going to do it and even be paid to do it. I think there's going to be a push for handmade or even human-made things. A recent subscriber that I had commented and said, I see that your video doesn't look AI generated, your content doesn't look AI generated, so I've subscribed. And you know what? I agree with you. Like, I don't want AI generated content. I don't want it in my feed. I don't want to follow AI generated content. I don't really use AI for much things at all. And so like, I think there's going to be a push for this handmade or human made content, tech, code, handmade code, human made code. And that's what I'm going to bet on. I'm going to bet on humans still flourishing and building and all that stuff. Let me know what you think about AI. Do you think it's ready to take over? Do you think, how many years do you think it's going to take? How do you feel? If you're a programmer right now, how do you feel in your job? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also leave some helpful links in the description, some things I thought were interesting, and thanks for watching.